boys and girls, Mrs. Cook here. Today we are going to make, as promised, a special card for Dad for Father's Day. Father's Day is Sunday, June 21st, so that'll be coming up after school ends, and you will have this project to make. Now, if you can use this project to make any kind of card you want. It can be a birthday card, it can be any occasion. So what this card does is it is an exploding card. It pops open and says, "Happy Father's Day, Dad." And I just think that's so cool. So any message that you want to put in here, you can make it special for your dad, or you can make it special for any occasion that you make a card for. So the first thing we're going to do, if you're younger, you may need help folding. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to fold our paper. Take your paper, fold it in half. Make sure you line up the corners nice and neatly. Hold the paper in place with your opposite hand. Push it down and make a nice clear crease. Now take the front half and you're going to fold it back in half again. If I'm going too fast for you, just slow down the video, stop it, and go back. Fold it. Now what we're going to do is take the paper, flip it over, and fold it in half again. And that's it. Fold it in half. Unfold the fold you just made. And there you have it. There is your folding card, your exploding card. So this front piece and the bottom piece are going to be the present, and the inside two pieces are going to be your message. So right here you see I have this first piece, I have the bottom piece, and then inside I have the message. Okay, so let's start with drawing the present. Okay, you can go very simple or you can add a lot of details like I did. I'm just going to have a piece of paper underneath my working paper so that I don't get any marker on my table, and Mom will appreciate that. All right, the first thing we're going to do is get my Sharpie marker or any marker, and we're going to draw the box top. The top has two lines coming down like an 11 and a straight line across to connect them. The bottom of the box has two lines like an 11 coming down, but they're a little bit closer together, okay? I'm also leaving some space on the bottom to write my message. So if you want space for a message, don't go all the way to the bottom. If you don't care, you can make your box as tall as you want. Okay, now I'm going to make a line across only on the top piece of paper. A line across for the box top, and I'm going to make a line across only on the bottom piece of paper. And there is my line. Perfect. Next, I'm going to draw the ribbon. So I'm going to make a number 11 on the top box, the box top, number 11. I'm going to come in a tiny bit and make a number 11 on the bottom box. That's a little bit skinnier. Now I'm going to make the bow. You can make my bow or you can make a simple bow of your own. The way I'm going to do this bow is I'm going to start right in the middle. I'm going to make a large loop, like a teardrop shape, a bump in the middle, and a large loop on the other side to match. Now in each loop, I'm going to make a smaller loop. If I'm going too fast, you can stop the video and then rewind it to catch up with me. And now I get to do the two pieces that come out. Okay, it's like a long rectangle. Here's one, and here's the other. You can stop there, or you can do the ripple, kind of a fold in the ribbon. So to make the fold in the ribbon, I start at the bottom corner of the rectangle. I make a zigzag back toward the present and a zigzag away from the present. Then I make a line coming right from the middle of the rectangle to be even with the other line. You can do a straight line to finish your ribbon, or I like to do a V. Now we have one more line to put in, is at the tip of this zigzag, we need to connect it straight up and down to the ribbon above it, and that creates a rippled effect. Now we're going to do it on the other side. Start at the bottom corner, zigzag toward the present, and then away. Go from the middle of the rectangle and draw a parallel line, and then a V to complete it. There you have it. What did I forget? Straight line up and down to connect the ribbon. Okay, and there you go. That is your ribbon. Now we can start adding some details. On my original, I have a tag that says to Dad. On the bottom, I'm writing beware, exploding present. You could write caution, caution, watch out. You could write open with care. You can write best dad only. You can do anything you want. So I'm going to start with caution. I'm going to do like a little zigzag around it. Caution. And I'm going to write open at your own risk. Then I'm going to make a little sign. If you want to make the sign on the side, you can do that with me. So the first thing I'm going to do is make a rectangle. And that's where I'm going to write my message inside. And I'm going to make 2 lines down and then 1/3 line, which makes it look 3D. Okay, so now inside, I'm going to write Dad only. You can write any message that you want. Okay, now we're going to make the tag at the top. It's a rectangle. Mine is going off the page, and that's fine. So I'm going to write to ... Dad. And now I'm going to put a little circle here, and I'm going to make a little tiny string that connects it to the present. Now the outside of the card is done. The next thing we have to do when we open up the card is we're going to write the word Dad. Capital D, capital A, capital D. Then you're going to decide what you want to write above and below it, and then we'll add the burst. Okay, so open up your card, and now you have a lot of space. We're going to take up as much of the space with Dad as I can. A big capital bubble letter D. The A I'm going to make round on top. Make it up, roundish, kind of like a balloon. Down and roundish, and now a double bump like a B. A B that's turned on its side. So this way is a B. Okay, now I'm going to put the A, a little line right there, and that makes it like a bubble letter A. Now I have the second D. I'm going to make a line up, a curved line around. Now inside the 2 D's, I'm going to make small D's. It's still a capital, but it's a small version, and that's going to create the center of the D, and I'm going to do that right here. And now I want to create a shadow. You do not have to add a shadow. It just makes it look extra 3D and makes it pop out. Inside the small D, I'm going to do a couple of lines and darken that. Inside this small D, I'm going to do a couple lines and darken that. Around the outside of the capital, I'm going to add a couple of lines. And then I'm going to fill it in. I'm going to do the same thing along the side of the A and then stop. So I kind of echo that line, and then I'm going to color it in. And I'm going to do it right here on the other bump. Just a small amount right there. Then I have the last part of the D. And I'm going to color that in. So fun. I love making letters like this. Okay, now I can write any message I want. You are the best. Happy Father's Day. So now you can slow it down. You can pause the video and write your message and then come back when you're done. The next thing, let's test this card out. So we have the present. Then we open it up and it's got the message. The last thing we're going to do is a starburst around, and this is just a zigzag line. The trick is I'm going to stop the zigzag at the fold. If you pass the fold, your zigzag is going to go outside on the front of the card. You don't want it to show when the card is closed. So I'm going to start my zigzag right here, and I'm going to go up, pretend it goes behind the present, and down. So you just have to imagine where the zigzag goes. Again, I'm not going to make the zigzag any bigger than this line, because if I do, then I will see it, and I don't want to do that. Again, you can just pretend. And I'm just making, whoops. I'm making it look like it goes behind the box, or rather inside the box. So it's like the zigzag is coming out of the box. And these I'm going to make small. I'm just making like little V's, pretend it goes this way, and where would it come in? So I'm always trying to imagine where it would go if it were connected. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. I think it's pretty cool. And so now we just get to color. I'm going to color the outside of the box first. I'm going to make sure I want that DAD to really stand out. So I chose the brightest colors I could here. I might go with a similar, but I might make it a little different. It depends. We shall see. Okay, so I'm going to start, and I'm going to color my ribbon blue. And I just love watching the ribbon fill with color. It's so awesome. I love fast motion, don't you? Now I'm going to start to add some stripes. You can add some designs to your package, and that would make it so unique. Give it some detail. Can't really see the green on camera, but it looks good in person. Now for the D. You see I'm trying some colors on the side. I went with orange, really, really bold color. And orange is a complement to blue, so that makes it extra vibrant. And it will stand out next to the blue package, which I think is so cool. And now I'm going to add a little bit of shading just to give it some dimension. You do not have to do this step if you don't want to, but I just used a pretty pinkish red, like a violet red, and just I'm adding some shading to the edges of the letters. Now I'm going to use yellow, the brightest yellow that I can find, to color the starburst. It's okay to turn your paper so that you can get a better angle when you're coloring. Sometimes when we color in a weird angle, our coloring isn't as neat. So color in the area in the direction that is the most comfortable for you. And there you have it, an exploding Father's Day card. Happy Father's Day, Dad. I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you guys next time. Listen, have a really great summer. I can't wait to be back with all of you in the fall. I hope to hear about the awesome things that you get to do this summer and spending it with your family. Bye, guys.